passion for creating things, and growing up I've always loved to go to sites, and even though I'm more musically inclined, at some point I thought, okay, this would be a good business to get into, and had to join my father, who actually I'm Louis Zino Mugbeh, the CEO Elzin Integrated Concepts Limited, an aluminium fabrication company based in Abuja, and we do projects all around Nigeria. Yeah, the journey in this, really my inspiration first of all is basically my passion for creating things, and growing up I've always loved to go to sites, and even though I'm more musically inclined, at some point I thought, okay, this would be a good business to get into, and had to join my father, who actually, is into aluminium fabrication. So I learned from him. He gave me, it's like learning from the best, and so I got real advice, because this is a business where you could get into trouble for not doing the right thing. So I had to go through that tutelage for about 4 years, and in 2011 I started my own company, Elzin, and here we are today. The journey is not that easy, because you learn on the job daily, but we had the right foundation, and so we are here today, and that's it. Okay, so my name is Louis, and Louis, you have the L, that is the beginning of Louis. So the EL came from El, and then Zino, which is my native name. So I took the 3 first letters in Zino, and then we came up with Elzin, and basically that's how Elzin started. So yeah, Elzin bridges the gap, because right now everybody does aluminium, and the aluminium window industry really started getting into this culture from 2008, and then you always have artisans. So I think what we do is we bridge that gap, because everybody produces windows, but the difference is the quality of the finish we bring. So we had to, because for us, it is that final details, the attention to all those details that we put in, gives our clients enough rest, to go with us, and that's what we really saw in this industry. Okay, so we do, aluminium has different categories. You have the windows aspect, you have the doors, and then you have the cladding and curtain walls. So they also have the roofing, aluminium roofing, but we don't do roofing. So we focus on the windows, the cladding, the doors and curtain walls. The essence is that aluminium is priced the same, at the same rates everywhere globally. So it is the designs that you have that bring out that finish that a client or somebody would appreciate. So what we do is we have special windows that we put out there in the market, and we also use some brands, from some popular brands that are also high quality windows. So right now what we focus on is those 4: windows, doors, sliding, and curtain walls. Okay, so what we do at Elzin is to make sure that every window that leaves our factory, every door, every aluminium product that we give out, that we take extra measures to make sure that the quality of finish is excellent. Because like I said earlier, everybody produces windows, and the industry is saturated, but most people do not pay attention to detail. It is the fine finish, the mitering that closes all those little details, like even rubbers that we don't allow to just float on the window. That's what separates us, because these details this is where the money is. This is where a client is willing to pay more, knowing that he's getting quality finish. In fact, the word for that is quality finish. It is the finishing that we give that, brings clients back and, satisfies our clients and customers. I would say daily is the same challenges most Nigerians face when it comes to business. You'd have the issue of power, you have the issue of artisans, because basically most of the people we use in this industry are artisans, and controlling artisans is not easy, but we've had ways to, make sure that both workers and management are happy. And then you also have the issue of financing, because, our economy is cash driven. So most times you need to put in cash, and most times your clients pay you have to put in money, and then debtors. But all of these we find ways around them. Human beings generally you cannot control, but what we have done is that we have an apprenticeship system. So most of the people who are working with us today, who are even like the production crew and all, have gone through that apprenticeship with us over time. That started from those who were working with my dad's company before we started. But we've been in the business for 13 years now, so we formed a team that we can say, okay, we trust, and then whoever is coming in has to just, there's already a system, so you have to just flow with the system. That's what it is. You need a strong workforce, because there's only a good team that can give effective products, as in good finish. If you have a team that is, you cannot even have workers that don't understand the meaning of teamwork. So from the cleaner to production people to marketers, there's an understanding, and that regular meeting, that regular updating of your work ethics and everything, helps to build our workforce. And at the end of the day, it's a seamless movement at the end of the day. Okay, so right now, there's really no platform for aluminium fabricators to come together. But there's what I would say is that there's some level of trust that you have with people who are in probably similar category with you, that you try to solve each other's needs, but there's really no umbrella body or association. I'm hopeful in the future we'll have something, but right now there's none. Yeah, as a leader in this field is something I would like to put out there, and I'm sure that somewhere in the nearest future we'll start getting that, start talking to competitors, and because we don't see them as competition so much, we see them as partners, especially those who we know have been there, and then we just rub ideas off each other. So my advice to anybody who wants to come into this industry would be try to understudy somebody. Don't run into the business because you hear there's money in this field. Yes, there's money, but your chances of having issues are more if you don't understudy someone. Take time, go through the process, know the difference between the different components that you have in aluminium fabrication before you even set out to say you want to start your own. So it's better first understudy someone, and then really you need to know your onion. So you need to also read, because I think one of the difference we have, what sets us apart, is that yes, we had parents who were in this field, we had people to learn from, but the fact that we're able to read and learn why certain fire rating for especially aluminium profile, so you know the exact profile to guide your clients to use. So there are things you must read. So understudy someone and read. Those are the two advices I would give. Yeah, I would say the one that gets me going most is nothing is impossible. So when clients come to me, for instance, to say, these are the regular windows we have in Nigeria, for instance, I make the extra move to say, okay, there must be somebody who has a different type. So like now, right now we have Nigerians, as in what we're used to in Nigeria are windows that open outward. And then clients come to you to say they want windows that open inward. You know, the first challenge is burglary proof. But right now we have products in our coffers that open inward, because I had to take the trip and say, okay, there must be somebody who does this. And luckily we met a company outside of the country and we do that now. So Elzin Integrated Concepts Limited is an aluminium fabrication company that is setting trends, that is into aluminium windows, does cladding, curtain walls, and is a company with good finishing. If you've not tried us, I would encourage you, so you also be able to make this testament at some point.